Halftime, 7-0. A defensive battle on the Plains. You know, it's just one of them games, man, where the defense came to play. I will let, of course, Mike G get the first bite at the apple since he is there. Live reactions from Jordan-Hare Stadium. Talk to us, Mike.
Listen, it is absolutely electric in the stadium right now. I've got my guy from WKAC Radio next to me. We're causing trouble. It's been an amazing first half. So I can tell you guys from the press box, TJ Finley looks good. He threw some dimes out there that he threw a couple. One to Jabarish Johnson that looked like a clean drop downfield on the replay here in the stadium. That might get us into the scoring position if he catches it. I think he's doing a good job not pressing, taking sacks where necessary, just doing what he needs to do to not turn the ball over, but then make plays when necessary. It's a tough day right now for both quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks are having a hard time today. I'm impressed with the pressure we've been able to generate on Bryce Brown. This might be the best half I've seen anybody play against him defensively all year. So we forced him into some throws. He had some drops by the receivers as well.
Yeah.
But we've seen the story from Auburn before. This will be the tale of two halves. Alabama is absolutely going to come out and make adjustments. What kind of adjustments are we going to make to their adjustments? TBD. But so far, I think this is the game that Brian Harsin wanted.
Okay. I don't have the same assessment of TJ. I think he's been uneven so far in this game. See, it looked like you were trying to say something, but not getting the audio on you. For some reason your audio is not coming through. He looks uneven. Like he's made some good throws. He's made some. I do agree that he is not forcing the ball into situations where he's putting us in a bad position. But I think that he's had some opportunities that he's missed because he's feeling that pass rush. The offensive line has gotten him to a place where he's rattled so far. I'll come back to you, C, once we get that going. B. Will, what you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling it really makes you wonder if they had decided to let all our pass rushers loose from October on forward, what would our record look like right now? And I'm trying not to dwell, but I'm sorry. The
Bama offensive line.
It's bad, right? Are you telling me I don't think we played an offensive line that is great? I mean, we affected Texas A&M well. Anyway, I like what I see, and this is part of the reason I picked this, was because their offensive line is bad. Their running game is bad. Jamison Williams being thrown out, I can't act like that's not a big deal.
Definitely
and as I asked I asked Mick on the midday show, I was like, Mechie is like, he's okay. I mean, he's got the physical tools, but he had a big drop. So
Mechie's a possession receiver. He's not a burner, and that's a problem. If they don't have anybody to take the top off, it's going to be – and now McCreary he's like, all right, you heard him say on the broadcast, he had a plan for how he was going to guard Williams. He has a plan for how he's going to guard Mechie. Now he can throw one of those plans out the window and just focus in on what he wants to do with Mechie. And if you've got our best DB shadowing their only big play receiver or really possession receiver, it's going to be a problem. So it's interesting to see but I'll let you continue, B. Will, my bad.
Yeah, I'm go quick so C can get in here. But so the thing about our offense is I've seen a couple opportunities that TJ missed. And, of course, there were two big drops in that first quarter, man. There was a long one that he had gotten it out to, I forgot who it was.
Javarius, I believe.
It's Javarius, and he dropped it. Yeah. And then later, Kobe, it was on the slant, and he dropped it. So some of the same things we've been seeing, unfortunately, and I hate to see that because for somebody who doesn't have a half a season of game reps, man, we got to have those, man. Yeah. If our defense can do that to Bama's offense every time they get on the field, we should at least be up with a couple more field goals or another touchdown or so. So I'm disappointed that we haven't capitalized on every opportunity, but I agree with Mike. TJ doesn't look spooked. Now, he's holding the ball too long. He's waiting for things to come open. It's just, I guess it's the inverse of what we didn't like when Bo was back there doing this. Too quick. I got to go. But TJ is, maybe I can sack.
Yeah, and he's just not elusive enough in the pocket. He's patient enough, but the pass rush can definitely get to him. And this is what we said when we projected whether or not TJ could work in this offense, is whether or not the pass rush would get to him consistently, and so far it has.
Right. But, yeah, that's what I see. I mean, we got a chance to win this game, man. I don't know what else we can complain about. Mason's doing what everybody wanted him to do all year, so we got a chance. So let's see what we get.
C, go ahead in there.
I was saw a comment by Gabrielle asking Mike G, do you think you're gonna get your shutout? Basically, we got it for a half. We got it for a half, but I'm not sure if we do it for four quarters. But I like what I see so far. But again, I like what I've seen in the first half of much of our games. We
Yeah.
play well for a half. I'm just eager to see how we look coming out. I see that we were committed to running the ball. This is what
Wish
we
they had
should
done
have
that last
done.
game. Good God.
This is what we should have saw last week. A week later, but we're seeing it. So I appreciate that, and I'm eager to see if Tank can break one loose. That's kind of the thing to see if whose running game starts working first, if at all. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game plan has been make TJ beat you. Mixed results, but again, we're up a score. I'm eager to see what we do in the second half as Bama tries to take some things away and adjust defensively. But I like how we played. The defense feels very confident. So I'm eager to see what Bama's offense come up. These first two series on defense and on offense sets the tone for the rest of the game, and this is an opportunity for Auburn to take full advantage of where they are right now. Not rest on their laurels. Bama's going to come out desperate. They got a lot to play for, so they're not going down without a fight. So you have to be ready for that.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me is, I've been screaming this for a while. Your offense has to help your defense out a little bit here. The defense has played well despite what you see second half Mississippi State, despite what you think about the South Carolina game. The defense has done their job for the majority of these games. The offense is who's disappeared in the second halves of these games. So they can't disappear today because there's not a lead for them to play with here. Going to get a couple of super chats in here. David says, is Mike G at work? He is at the stadium. He's covering the game for us. Where you been, man? I got another one here from Stuart Donald who says, so let me get this straight. If the opponent grabs our player's face mask, we're guilty of unnecessary roughness. You know what? I'm not going to quabble too much with the refs. They've let us get away with some stuff too. They're letting them play pretty physical here in the secondary. So I was angry early because I was like, oh, they're not going to call nothing. I'm like, oh, they're not calling nothing at all. Okay, all right, well, they just like, cool, let them play. For me, the surprising things that have happened thus far in this game is our inability to run. I mean, I knew Bama had a good rush defense. I thought we were going to be a little better than that. I'm disappointed we haven't gotten more creative in ways to get our running backs the football, though, right? Like, I get it. I haven't seen any toss plays. I haven't seen us really attempt to run wide except for one reverse that we tried to do, which I don't think was a very good call. But then I don't know when D-Rob learned how to play the ball in the air and go get aggressive on a 50-50 ball, but all of a sudden he woke up and decided he wanted to be a football player today.
Did he listen to this show pregame?
Listen, I think a lot more people are listening to this show than they want to give us credit for, because I'm seeing a lot of things that we talk about happening on the field. So again, either we're really right and the coaches are seeing the same things that we're seeing, definitely true, or a combination of the things are happening. People are listening. They're like, oh yeah, you're right. Mike, you look like you want to jump in.
Yeah, I got to go back to TJ. Under the circumstances where neither team has let the other run the ball, we have essentially 13 rush attempts by running backs in this game so far. They have 14 total. They've got negative 2 yards rushing. We have 29. And so this is the formula that we've seen all year teams take against Auburn. Stop them from running the ball, force them to pass it. The difference in this game and a lot of games in the first half is that we have not gotten down. So we haven't been forced to go out and throw the ball twice as much in the second quarter as we wanted to. So they've remained balanced. But taking sacks is not a bad thing. It's what you expect.
The taking sacks part I agree with you 100% on.
Right.
Like, listen, I disagree with the assessment that he looks hesitant to pull the trigger. I think he's just seeing what's there. If it's not,
he's waiting.
Yeah, like I don't think in his second start, I'm not sure I expect much more out of him. He's protecting the football, and he's going to have to come out. And he's going to have a better second half.
For sure.
He's definitely going to have a better second half. But I think the coaches did a good job managing him. We did not see a bunch of shots down the field.
Agreed on that too.
Yeah, the run to Javarius Johnson, man, that was from the press box when they showed the replay. That was a perfect throw.
It looked good.
And you got to catch that one, and you got to make a play for your quarterback. To Brian's point, on a slant to Kobe or the one across the middle, from here it looked like he threw that ball a little bit behind
So
Kobe.
there were two different
There were
ones.
two.
There was
It was
a
an early
slant
one.
that Kobe absolutely dropped, and then there was one that was a crossing route that Kobe was behind him, so it wasn't
Yeah.
really a good chance for it.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right, yeah. The one I saw, it looked like the ball was behind him, so it didn't
Yeah,
look like it.
yeah, that was on
But
TJ.
but for the most part, the way they're playing it and the way we're rushing it, this is about what I expected them to have a rough day. What I did not expect was for our defense to play in a way that our offensive play calling didn't have to press and keep up, right? So, we did a good job flipping field position on some of those sacks that we took around the 50-yard line. I was telling my man next to me, just take the sack,
Yeah,
ball, and then the defense is playing well. Keep trusting the defense. Now they're going to mix it up in the second half. I expect Bryce Young to start pressing the ball down the field a little bit more. It's going to be, and we finally got a targeting ball.
yeah, that went our direction. Yeah,
Yeah, we finally got a targeting call, and I literally was not going to come on here if they didn't call it.
yeah, yeah. It was pretty obvious. Like it's literal definition. He left his feet, led with his helmet, forcible contact to the head and neck. Like it was literally the definition of it. Now, I don't think it was in his intent. I just think he's trying to make a big hit. But, it's unfortunate that he doesn't pick his head up and do what he needs to do. Let me grab this super chat right here. AUTJ fan says this is a really huge win in recruiting as long as it doesn't get out of hand. I agree that we've done a lot, played some very inspired football here. I think that we've got a good chance. I don't know. He was. Sorry, you're replying to somebody else. But yeah, I think we've got a good chance to do something here. But we can't expect the defense to pitch a shutout. Like that can't be the expectation here. So the offense has got to come out here and produce points some sort of way. I just don't want to see them get out here and get cute, right? Like I'd rather. Go ahead.
Y'all see they put Evan Byron on kickoffs and they put one in the end zone.
Yeah.
I just said,
Yeah.
They put Evan Byron on the kickoff. We only got one kickoff.
Yeah. So I mean. Again, evidence that people watch our show because this is what we told them to do, like have somebody do different things. Ben Patton definitely doesn't have the leg to get it there. If Evan does, let him put it through the back. Like, it's fine.
Right.
Yo, that extra point looked a little shaky too, man.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know what's up with Patton and this kicking, buddy, but I just,
that looked a little
McGuire do it all,
shaky.
man. He got a fresh leg. He ain't been kicking all year. Just let McGuire do it all.
Yeah. So definitely hoping that the defense can do more here in the second half, maybe even score defensively. A defensive score would be huge. Bryce Young's just not the type to just gift you that type of stuff, though. He'll take a sack before he just throws one up for grabs, typically.
Right.
His receivers have let him down today. So
I haven't been impressed the entire year. I've watched them. I haven't been impressed. I haven't been
Jameson,
worried about it.
as fast as he is, he'll drop a couple on you. Mechie's had a drop. They haven't been getting a ton of separation. Our defense has decided that they wanted to come out here and just man up on the outside and say, if you beat me, you beat me. Joe Kyle, appreciate the super sticker here.
Man,
appreciate
that,
you
man.
jumping
Appreciate
in with a
that,
little
for real.
support, what we got going on. How much time we got left before the half ends there, Mike?
5 minutes, 60 seconds.
All right, 5 minutes. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here to end the halftime, but we will definitely be back in the postgame, hopefully continuing to smile a little bit as the results are looking good in the first half. But again, we've seen this happen already.
Two more
Four-quarter
quarters.
game. You got to come out here and you got to do something. Bama's going to get the ball back first here, so hopefully we will see what the defense does in the second half. Until then, we will be back with the postgame. We're out of here. War Eagle.
Peace.